Good morning and good afternoon, social media friends, business partners, and many of you who I am getting connected to. Thank you for the ability to connect with you socially, and of course, getting to know each of you one at a time. In today's episode, the topic is STR, acronym, which stands for short-term rentals. And for today's episode and topic, I've asked one of my connections, a friend, Lisa Ginder, to join us so that we can talk about, learn about STRs. So give me 1 second as I ask her to come into the studio. Lisa,
Hi,
how are you today?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Good, good. So before getting you into the studio here, I set the stage for something I know you are just enthusiastic about. And as I've watched you over the past 2 months, I know it is something you're having a whole lot of fun with, and that is STRs, short term rentals.
Yes, love
Right,
them.
right. So let me lead you off in our conversation today. And my question to you first is, Lisa, describe to us, share with the audience, what led you to start your STR short term rentals business?
Okay, that's a good question. And the reason why I started it is because I had experienced at least three bad short-term rentals, Airbnbs when we go on vacation. I
Mm,
over and over experienced bad ones. And I said, you know what? I think I'm going to go in this line. That way people can enjoy their vacations or their business trips, and I'm going to give them everything they need that I was missing all those times. And
wonderful.
they don't have to deal with people that don't know what they're doing. And that's kind of why I went into it. And I found my niche with I really love it. So,
Wow. And if I understand correctly, this short-term rental business that you started, that you're hitting your stride with, you've actually made it kind of like a family biz, right?
yeah, my husband is involved, and my best friend's involved, and my son is even involved when it comes to putting together furniture and designing. We're just designing different themes. It's just really fun to put together the themes.
And by the way, I love your creativity. When I know you shared with your audience through social media each and every one of your short-term rentals, as you take it from kind of concept, the start of it, to when you finish it, and then when you kind of like, hey, we got some people signing up.
Yes.
Love
Yeah,
it.
we show all the nitty gritty. We show the good and the bad, and setting up. Setting up is the biggest deal, but it's the most funnest too because you really get to put things in your mind on what people would want to see as soon as they walk in the door. That would
True,
welcome them and make them feel comfortable in your home.
true, true. Yeah, I mean, let's call it like it is. If it was easy, everyone would think they could do it. But I
Right.
agree. You're being real. You're being genuine. There's work to it, but you figured it out.
Yep. There
Yeah,
is work to it, but in life, everything there's work to. If you want to succeed at everything, everything's work.
that's
But it's
very
really
true. Yeah. Good pearls of wisdom that we remind ourselves with every day. So, my next question is, who benefits from short term rentals? Describe kind of the persona of clients who reach out to you who commit to a short term rental. Who are they?
Well, it benefits both sides. It benefits the landlords in they won't have to worry about empty apartments. So and they don't have to worry about screening their residents because we'll do all that for them. And
Wow.
we want to screen them too, just as much as they do, because they're going to be sitting on our furniture and dealing with our stuff. So we're screening them, if not even more intense than they would do it. We also do minor repairs in the apartments too, like if a fuse is blown, if a drain is plugged, if a lock is broke or a doorknob fell off. We just take care of that. So that makes their maintenance guy not have to come out so often. So
Right.
that's a great benefit for them. And the most best one is you don't have any squatters and you don't have any evictions to worry about. That's a lot of court costs that it saves the landlord because we're always going to take care of the place. We're going to put security cameras up outside. So it kind of secures their building too.
Right.
Uh, for break-ins and everything because we secure the whole area. So that way, if they have apartments from across the hall or down the hall, we secure it. It's really a good thing on both sides. On the people side, they know that they can do short term. Like if people are waiting for a house to be closing date, they sometimes have to wait 3 months, sometimes 2 months, and they don't want to stay in a hotel because they can sit there and pay a lot of money for fast food where they have a fully stocked kitchen in ours and we can furnish them for that 3 months that they don't have to worry about it. They can even stack their boxes that they have in our place. That's what we had a couple days ago. We had a lot of boxes in our place because the guy was moving and he was waiting for his house to close. It
Yeah.
got delayed, so we helped him out.
Yeah, I get that. And or I would say another maybe very common scenario could be someone, we'll call him a John Doe, who's bought a home, but John Doe wants to refresh the home, like replace the floors, new paint job everywhere. What you offer through short-term rental gives him or them a temporary place to stay, and it works both ways, both sides benefit.
Yeah, because they wouldn't be able to get a month-to-month lease or a year lease. They wouldn't want that. They just want
Right.
something short term.
Right.
Even if they're like families coming in for a procedure done in a hospital, we get near a hospital so that way their family can stay with us while their family member is having a procedure done.
Wow.
So we have a big cancer center in Chicagoland. So we get a
Right.
lot of people that come in that needs housing and they can't do a year lease. They're going
Sure.
to only come in for a procedure
Sure.
and they don't want to eat out all the time. And that's where we benefit over a hotel. And we're about the same price as a hotel and you get a whole kitchen.
That's right. You get a whole kitchen. You get a
Yeah.
whole kitchen. So what I heard you describe just earlier, Lisa, is you have some upfront capital investment with
Yes.
your short-term rental relationships. It sounds like to me you place the furniture, you do all of the heavy lifting, so to speak, so that the owner and landlord of the actual real estate property doesn't have to do it himself or herself, right?
Right.
Okay.
Like with real estate agents, they have to stage the house to sell
Right.
it. We're basically doing that, but we put everything new in. We don't put anything used. So that way, when they come in, they're not seeing like chipped or marked up furniture. Everything is brand new. And if something needs to be replaced, we replace it right away. If something is stained, we get that out right away. I want to be a good STR owner. That way people are welcome and they always come back and they say that they want to stay with us.
Yeah. And I bet you're having fun shopping for stuff online for each and every one of your STRs.
Yeah, and I'm actually helping people get started. Right before I came on here, two of my friends were over and they started their first STR.
Wow.
And I just went shopping. We spent like $3,000 right before I came on here
Okay.
on furniture and everything. So I also help people out on starting it because a lot, like me, I was scared at first too. And a lot of people are scared to jump in. But the good thing is we don't own anything. We're renting. So you don't have that huge mortgage on your back. You just have the rent to pay. And generally you try to make double the rent with
Right.
your fees. And you make your money back. You do make your money back.
Good to know. Good to know. So I'm going to shift gears on you a little bit here and ask
Okay.
a slightly different question, Lisa. And that is when you are not busy developing, growing, expanding your STR business, what else do you do? Please share. Please share.
Oh, I've had my own business for my medical billing
Wow.
for 22 years.
Wow. And
Um,
so as a layperson, medical billing, what you're telling me is when I go to see my physician, dentist, or otherwise, they need to get paid. You actually help those medical professionals get paid on time without a lot of hassle.
Yeah. I
Wow.
make sure that they have time to focus on their patient care. So
Right.
that way they get more referrals and they get more patients coming in. They don't have to deal with patients regarding any kind of, oh, you got to collect their deductible or anything. I do all that for them.
Right.
So it's very easy for them to just focus on patient care, which that's what they should be doing. They shouldn't be
Wow.
the bad guy collecting the bills. I'm usually the bad guy collecting the bills and everything. So I take that hassle out of the office. So that way they can actually build their practice bigger than they are now. So they
True.
got more time.
True. Yeah. Any business, I think this can be a general statement that can apply to all businesses. It's all about doing more with, more time that you can free up to do the
Yeah.
things that are revenue oriented, right?
Yeah, you have to have your time freedom. Like a doctor has all the stress, even like mental health. They say they see patients 8 hours a day. If they each one they see for an hour, that's 8 hours a day they've been hearing about other people's issues and trying to help them through their life. I can't do that, but I can help the doctor get paid for what they do. So that
Mhm.
way they can enjoy time with the patient and they don't have to worry about asking a patient, you have this balance. Can we settle or something? They
Right.
don't have to do any of that. So it's really stress free. If they have employees, those employees can actually do what they're supposed to do. They're supposed to answer the phone, book appointments, and maybe change the paper on the tables and everything. That's what they're supposed to do. They're
Wow.
not supposed to be messing with the billing part of it because nobody can focus on your billing that works in your office exactly on your billing. I focus just on your billing.
Yeah. So you're a woman of many talents.
Yes, sir.
All right. Next
Plus,
question.
it's
Yeah. Next question. Lisa, what would you tell your 25-year-old self, which means a few years ago, what you now know today, Lisa?
I would tell myself how to develop more patience and how to not be so scared to do things as I was when I was 25. So you waste a lot of years on just fear. That's
Yeah.
what and now I become a person, I'm just going to jump in and do it.
Yeah.
That's what I did. I become a person that's like that.
Yeah.
And that's what you have to be because you got to invest time in yourself and money in yourself. You just do.
Yeah. So you're actually living, you're a walking embodiment of the Nike slogan, which is just do it.
Just do it.
Just do it. Love that. Love that, Lisa. And last question. When you need to get into your zone, what's your go-to music?
I like the happy song.
You love the happy song. And
Ah,
courtesy of the happy song, everyone.
It might seem crazy what I'm about to say.
Let's do it, Lisa. Love it.
Sunshine, she's here to take a break.
Oh, you're so much fun, Lisa. And as we wrap up, audience members, a few words from our sponsor today, and that sponsor is Planet Home Lending. For those of you who need to expand your real estate portfolio, or for those of you who are just stepping into the sandbox to own your first real estate property, when and if you need help financing your real estate purchase, please reach out to Planet Home Lending. We're here to get you home. So as I now wrap up our time together that you've been so kind, Lisa, to share with me today as you're busy with
pleasure.
STRs.
Yeah,
Have you enjoyed yourself?
I have.
Yeah,
Definitely.
I have enjoyed having you, and I love the fact that you enjoyed the happy song from Pharrell because I love that song. Like you, I need music like that to sometimes get me into the zone, right?
Yep. I do that when I'm designing the STR.
It keeps
I
you
have to
going.
get myself going, especially when you're lifting all the furniture.
I bet. It gets you into a rhythm of moving the furniture, placing it, and so forth.
Yep.
All right. Well, Lisa, a nice round of applause for you as you are growing your SDR business. And together, let's wave bye to our audience members. And I look forward to seeing you soon, okay?
Great. Have a good one.
All right, you too.